Hello YouTube, welcome back to KLA Sports. I'm your host Kyle Alexander, and this is the first video of the new year, new decade, first video of 2020. And today this is some big news that dropped. It was a couple days ago, but I'm going to talk about it now. I've been a little busy, but all-pro linebacker, maybe future Hall of Famer Luke Kuechly has retired from the NFL. He was with the Carolina Panthers. He was the best linebacker in football, in my opinion. He was a great and exceptional athlete. I'm going to put his stats up right here. He had 7 straight Pro Bowls and 5 first-team All-Pro appearances. He was the 2012 Defensive Rookie of the Year and 2013 Defensive Player of the Year. Recorded 1,121 tackles, 75 tackles for loss, 18 interceptions, and 7 forced fumbles. He also recorded 12.5 sacks, and he had a Super Bowl appearance in which they lost, but he was still a part of that Panthers 15-1 team that won the NFC. Now, Luke Kuechly, like I said earlier, he was an exceptional athlete. He was amazing, stellar talent. He was probably the smartest player. He was the smartest player on defense, on the defensive side in football. Maybe in football in terms of football IQ. I remember seeing interviews where people would say Kuechly would call out the plays right before he did. Like he'd be like, if it was like outside run, he'd be like, hey, outside run, and he would be on it. He had good speed too. He would shoot the gap. Kuechly, great linebacker. He was a future Hall of Famer, definitely. I mean, if you don't think he's a Hall of Famer, you gotta look at the film again. Kuechly is definitely a Hall of Famer, and he joins a club of early retirement players along with Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Andrew Luck, and some other people, Calvin Johnson, Gronk, and Kuechly. He had a great IQ, which is why I see him coming back as the Panthers linebacker coach or like a defensive coach. That's what I see what happens next for Carolina. I see Kuechly coming back and being the Panthers like linebacker coach or defensive coach, because he, like I said, he has the IQ. He can teach the young players. He can mentor the new players coming in. And the next step I see for the Panthers in the draft, I see them taking Isaiah Simmons, the linebacker from Clemson. Best linebacker in the draft, arguably one of the best players in the draft. He has amazing athletic skills. Like he has great skills. He can tackle. He can play everywhere. He can play back at safety. He's like a safety linebacker hybrid. He can play at safety. He can like drop back in coverage, get an interception. He can play linebacker and control that middle. He can stop the run, that linebacker too. He can play right on the edge, play defensive end, and get some sacks. And he's arguably the best player in it, like maybe best athlete in this draft. He's definitely the best linebacker, and this is the perfect replacement for Kuechly. Looking right now, Panthers have the 7th overall pick. There are a couple teams that I could see needing a linebacker and taking him first. Like maybe Detroit takes him at 3rd. Maybe Detroit, Giants, Dolphins, and Chargers are in front of them. So maybe those teams will probably take Isaiah Simmons. But the Panthers have a shot. Might have to trade up and get him. But he would be the perfect replacement for Kuechly, so he can sniff the ball out and he's everywhere. He can play everywhere on the field. Alright, that is it for this episode of KLA Sports. I'm your host, Kyle Alexander. And that is it for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that bell, tap that bell icon. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post and upload new videos. And I will talk to you guys next time.